guys win?
It was really good. Guys did a great job working with one another. There was some good contact and came out healthy.
How would you assess where the offense is right now?
It is a good question. I think it's way too early to say anything. They're not done installing the entire system. I love that we are operating with less mistakes than we were a year ago at this point, and it's at the same point this year as we were a year ago. So it's just a bunch of new faces trying to work together, but at the same time, I'm really pleased with where it's at.
The last period, the competition period,
Yeah.
there, Robert, looked like the first team did not do very well, including Zach. Just what were your thoughts on that period?
Thought the defense was on fire. Go the other way with it. I've spoken about Jordan Whitehead. First play of that scrimmage, he does a great job with pre-snap communication, shoots his gap, 2-yard loss, and it's pretty much it's a dead drive from there. So it's thought the defense was very precise and made it very hard on them. So give credit to them. But second team offense, third team offense did a good job moving the ball a little bit. But it was good. It was a good first day competition. So
I know you guys have talked a lot about the ways you've seen Zach different this year, and a lot of it's off the field, you know what I mean, and things that we can't see. Is there a point when you expect those off the field things to translate to on the field success?
yeah, I think it has. I know we can't. From a practice standpoint, we are under a microscope for every little thing that all the quarterbacks do, and some of it's good, some of it's bad. But when we get to games and we get to scrimmages and we get to the practices, the inter-squad practices, and we get to the preseason games, I think people will see that he's taken a step. And dissecting every play by him, play in and play out, I think it's a very, especially in this market, is a very, very difficult thing to live up to. But at the same time, I think he's already taken those steps. I think he's gotten a lot better, and I think in due time, people are really going to see it.
Robert, for you two coordinators, can you speak to the importance of the continuity of these guys being not only obviously with you, but with this group that was here last year, and how much that could help you guys move forward?
I think continuity is always so darn important. You look at just look at the most from a continuity standpoint, the longest tenured staffs usually the deeper you are in your tenure, the better you are as a football coach, because you know all the snakes in the grass of what you're trying to coach. Players are familiar with what you're trying to say, so the familiarity is always so important because you can coach with so much more precision. And just in that first competition period, Mike being comfortable as a play caller, trying to get the offense going on third down, goes no huddle, and you saw the defense scrambling, trying to get back. And so it was just, it's really cool to kind of see their personalities take shape on both sides and what they're trying to get accomplished. And every day that they're here, they're only going to get better.
Having Quan here now a couple days, and then having him here today in the team drills, what have you seen from him? How do you think he can help?
He's in great shape. He's got great recall of what we did in San Francisco, and obviously there's some new things that we're doing here. So he's a quick learner, very instinctual, and you guys saw. I think he made a play in that last period, and he did what Quan does and made sure that the other side of the ball knew about it and brought everybody to life. So he's a pleasure to be around. He is A+. So.
Were you surprised, Robert, that you guys were able to get him out there as quickly as you did? Usually you guys have a long acclimation period.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be in the shape he was, or he is, and he's ready to roll. So.
You're rotating a couple guys in there for George during team drills. How do you feel about your depth at that spot right now?
We feel good about the guys we have. Obviously, we drafted Max. We've got McDermott from a year ago, and we got Chuma, and obviously Grant, and I'm sure I'm going to miss someone, but we got a good group. That's, again, they're getting valuable reps with George not being here, and which is awesome, because that experience is going to help them get even better. So we like where we're at, and obviously we still got to get a lot better, but we like where we're at.
Did you hear from the league office about your comments on Saturday about the Guardian caps?
No, I know it kind of went viral, but no.
Is there anything you can, like, coaches collectively can do to potentially, if that if others feel the same way can voice it or come together and approach the league instead of just you being on an island or something like that, to kind of more people join together in that?
In regards to those caps?
Yeah, in regards to the caps and the potential problems.
Yeah, there are. I think one thing that the league does a great job of is they are very, very open to the feedback and the comments and the suggestions, and they take all kinds of emails, and they're always talking to the players and the coaches to get thoughts. So they put a lot of work and a lot of research into all these things, and at the end of the day, very, very, very frequent. More so than not, the league is usually right with the decisions they make.
Robert, how would you assess Jermaine Johnson at this point? And also, usually, I mean, for a first-round pick, he's in a deep rotation where you have so much depth at defensive end, so maybe he's not getting as many reps as a typical first-round pick would. And how does that impact him in terms of
we like where he's at. It was the first day of pads. He's got all the athleticism in the world. You know, when you come from college, you come from all this no huddle stuff, so you're not used to the strain and the intensity at which you're asked to play in the league, at least in our front. And so rotation is necessary, but the one thing we want to see when we get pads on is the power aspect of his game. He's got all the fluidity. He can work an edge. He's got great hand-eye coordination. He can do all that stuff. But the best way you win in this league is by running through people, and you can't really do that until you get pads on. And as he works that part of it and gets better at it, it'll open up the rest of his game. So he's got a long way to go, but we like where he's at.
Take a couple more. Can you talk a little bit about Jacob Martin? I think he's a guy that we haven't spoken to you a lot about because of the other moves you've made in the defensive line, but he seems to be out there quite a bit.
Yeah, he's really excited about Jacob and what he brings just as a football player, not just a pass rusher. His special teams value. His ability to do multiple things, the role that we think we can carve out for him. He is a really, really cool football player, stands for all the right things. Couldn't be happier that he's here.
He played 34, right, in Houston?
Well, they were 4-3 last year. He's 3-4, he's 4-3, he's whatever you want him to be. He's got no offense to D linemen around the league, he is incredibly smart. Not that D linemen aren't, but they are. They're one speed, but he's awesome. So really happy he's here.
I looked like Tevin was doing some running on the side there. Is he close to returning?
Yeah, he's close. Hopefully we should get him back this week. Hopefully sooner than later.
Appreciate it.
Good. All right, thanks guys.